Hey guys, we're back. Had some technical difficulties. Sorry about that, but thanks for sticking around. So we were talking about WWE.
Yes.
And what I've always wondered, so, you know, when you're on TV, being Summer Rae,
Yes.
it's kind of like building up this like persona of yourself that's much larger than life.
Yes.
You know? So, you know, is there anything that you want people to know about the WWE? Like, what are some of the misconceptions that you have to deal with and kind of have to be like, you know, it's not really like that?
I guess like maybe people think that I'm like my character in real life. I think some people are really good with deciding between Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown, no, Tuesday Night SmackDown. Knowing that that's not my character, but then from like Total Divas or the reality show, people think that I guess I'm that character, but Summer Rae and Danielle Moinet are very different, and I think that's a great message to kids, you know, knowing that you're playing a character on TV and knowing that you're playing a role, because we have a lot of kids that watch us and want to be us, and I'm like, don't be like me, I'm horrible on TV. But yeah, and that, and just like the hard work and the work ethic that it takes, you know, so many nights that we miss with friends, and so many weddings and anniversaries and things that we miss being on the road. So the grind of being a WWE superstar is definitely real, and I think people see the glitz and the glamour, and they don't see the, you know, hard work that it takes to, you know, be anyone on the roster, and especially like the top guys are always on the road. So yeah, I guess that's some misconceptions.
And like, how do you develop your character, I guess?
Yeah, I mean, I have no idea. Like, for me personally, I have no idea what made me choose to be a bad guy and a horrible, mean woman. But it definitely just came naturally to me, I guess. I think it was something I always wanted to be, and I never
Because you're so
had
nice
the
in
guts.
real life.
Yeah, so like I
It's like
never
total
had
opposite.
the guts to be like that. So maybe it's things I've always wanted to say to people and I haven't. So yeah, you just have the creative freedom. Also, I think at the time that I was in school, there wasn't a lot of bad guys. There was an opportunity for that. So I saw it as an opportunity to get on TV. So whatever they needed, I could be that person. So yeah, and then some people go back and forth, good guy, bad guy. But I've always been bad. Always been bad, yeah.
That's so funny. You never know by talking to you now.
No, yeah.
And so a huge part of your job is, you know, putting your body on display.
Yeah.
And was that something that took a long time for you to kind of like be comfortable with, or like how did you?
No, because with the
really get
football, we definitely, you know, had like small shorts and small tops that we wore. So, and then playing full contact football, the last thing you're thinking about is like, is my stomach hanging over? Did I eat too much pizza?
That's always my concern.
Yeah, I'm like, when you're tackling someone, you think about eating pizza. So, I guess it's just been something I've always thought about. I've always been into health and fitness. So, yeah, I guess it's just, yeah, I don't think about living my life in a bikini or being bikini ready all the time. So, but then like with people like my sister works with kids with special needs. So she's very opposite of me. I'm like, when my priority is to get to the gym and hers is to, you know, run around and take care of a bunch of kids, we just lead different lifestyles. So yeah, I guess I just haven't thought twice about it really.
And so, what advice do you have for someone like me who has not set foot in a gym in maybe months?
Well, it's great. Obviously, something's working for you. You don't need to be in the gym. But yeah, like it's hard when you have an office job. I definitely think that's something that's challenging. So the good thing about New York is walking all the time and like walking to and from work. In LA, everyone drives a car, so you already have an advantage. Just getting out and walking is great, except when it's freezing in New York.
Then you're running.
Then you're running, yeah, and sprinting. I lived in Chicago, so like I would have to like duck and dodge the wind.
Cold then.
Totally.
Yeah.
So yeah, like being able to like just start baby steps. I think it's really important to never be like, I want to be the Olympian of the world and squat this and that. Like setting realistic goals for yourself. You know, I want to go for 30 minutes 3 times this week or something where you're not disappointing yourself and feel discouraged. You know, something where you can nail it and then move on.
See, okay, that I can
Yeah.
really do.
Yes, for sure. And eating at work is hard. You know, having a desk job and like always wanting to munch and do something. So I think it's important to like bring your snacks and prepare, because whenever you eat bad is when you're starving. It's when you don't have something. So being prepared is a good key.
It's like, you know that I'm always at the vending machine.
I
Chips Ahoy.
know. And now you need your carrots. Yes.
What's your favorite cheat snack?
cheap food is pizza. It's just so good.
Well, good thing you're in New York.
I know. Oh my gosh, it's right by our where I'm staying in my hotel too. I'm like, the pizza's right there. But yeah, I used to be sweet. I used to be really chocolate, and now I'm getting more into salty, like queso dip and pizza and the whole thing.
It's all good. So I know that something that's super important to you is the charity that you just mentioned before, the DTM Foundation.
Yes.
So can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yes, my sister and my family started an organization. It's called the Dean Thomas Moinet Foundation, and it was named after a child that passed away in my sister's care. And so it's for medically fragile kids at Duke and UNC Hospital in North Carolina. A lot of times when a kid has a rare illness or a disease, they are flown out to these hospitals in North Carolina, and people forget that there's a family at home. There's a father that's at home taking care of another kid, and sometimes these mothers or fathers will be by the bedside and forget to eat, or like just be with their child forever. So we have programs called Comfort Cooks, where we bring hot meals into the families and we feed them when they're in the hospital, and then we go in and we pray with them as well. And so there's lots of little areas where eventually my sister would love to have a house very similar to Ronald McDonald Home, where they're able to house the families, because it's just expensive, and having medical bills is just super expensive. So, some of the mothers have to be away from their other children or their husbands that's in Kentucky, or wherever, just to be with their sick child. So there seems to be like a big gap with the hospital systems that isn't being fulfilled. So the DTM Foundation is able to fulfill that. And on my Instagram, now I actually have I did a partnership with a company out of Australia, and we're selling these tank tops, and 50% of the proceeds go to the DTM Foundation, which is great that they were able to give 50% of the proceeds. So on my Instagram, Danielle Moinet, I just posted about the shirts, and they're super cute. This says "love each other" is the hashtag on it.
That's so sweet.
Because I just feel like in this world, especially today, we need more love. So.
Yeah, I would absolutely agree with that.
For sure, it's definitely a hashtag everyone can get behind.
Yeah, that's awesome. And what's your favorite part about working with kids?
Yeah, I think just how wholesome they are, just that they're so happy, and they're genuinely even some of these children that are in the hospital, and it's horrible. They're so medically fragile, or they have rare diseases. They're still happy, or they don't understand, they don't comprehend, and the parents and the family members around them are so distraught and have given up hope, and the kids don't give up hope in themselves, and I feel like that's amazing. So amazing. I don't know when we lose that becoming an adult or becoming older, but I really feel like, gosh, I wish I could be like that part of a kid, just have that childlike dreaming ability and hope that kids have.
Yeah, that's amazing. So SummerSlam is coming up.
Yes.
Do you think will we see you there? It's at the Barclays Center in August.
Hopefully. We, as of right now, appearances and everything is still being sorted out. SummerSlam is my favorite. I've ridden around on fire trucks for the NYFD here, and done a lot of appearances. So hopefully, I would love to have appearances here. We're still getting it sorted out, but it's soon. It's 2.5 weeks. Yeah, 3 weeks.
That's awesome.
I can't believe it's already August. That's the craziest thing ever.
It feels like you could tell me it was January, and I'd be like, yeah, that makes sense.
I feel like my summer's ending. I am having a panic attack right here.
Summer is ending.
Summer
never ends for summer.
Summer never ends for summer.
Have you seen the show Glow?
Yes.
Wrestling. Did you watch that?
Amazing. Yeah, actually, a girl that used to work for us, Karma was her name with WWE. She's on the show.
Oh, cool.
So I just love anyone after WWE that's able to be successful. There's actually a lot of independent wrestlers that are on the show. Some of the guys from the indies that weren't with WWE. I just love that wrestling is being portrayed in the mainstream public. I love that it's
having such a moment.
For sure. Wrestling is very hot right now. And so it's great. And Glow, Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling in the 80s was just such an amazing show. And so
did you watch when you were younger?
Yes. I obviously had to watch when I a couple years later, watch some reruns. I wasn't alive. Well, I was alive then, but I was 2. And so
not the appropriate audience.
Yeah, I know. Now do the math, you can guess how old I am. But it's great. And it's just a really, really great show. And I love how Netflix Netflix released it in binge, because now people just binge watch shows.
Yeah.
So to have one show come out and another, people don't watch products like that anymore. They want to sit down and binge watch it. So yeah, it's really, really great, and I really hope it gets picked up for a second season because I love it.
That's awesome. And so you did some TV too, obviously, with Total Divas. Do you watch reality TV? Or did it like turn you off to it?
I love reality TV. No, it was weird because I didn't imagine myself ever being on reality TV, and then when I watch myself on Total Divas, I have moments where I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so Love and Hip Hop there. Like, oh my gosh, I was the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and that situation. So I take from like what I watch, but when people ask me what I watch Game of Thrones, now I watch Glow, and then I watch reality TV. Like, it's
What's your
hilarious.
favorite reality show at the moment?
I love all the Real Housewives series. I love Atlanta, Beverly Hills, OC. I haven't got into New York too much, but a lot of my friends are friends with a lot of those ladies, so I really should, because I've heard it's been turning up. I love Vanderpump Rules. That's like my really guilty pleasure. And then I love Love and Hip Hop.
You're just checking off all the boxes here.
I like secretly just wish I was a rapper and like could be on Love and Hip Hop and qualify.
That is too
I mean, it's never too late.
Yeah,
It's never too late. Or like date a rapper, but I don't know about that.
I think we have a question from a fan.
Yeah, Connor wants to know if you're in a relationship right now.
Oh, Connor. Actually, no, I'm newly single. So, yeah. It's been brought up. I've had a lot of interviews today and it's been brought up. And it's weird because I have to answer it differently. So, no, I'm not. Connor, what's up? No, I'm just kidding.
That's funny.
He also asked, how is your trip to Vegas?
Oh, my trip to Vegas. I actually went with my sister. She, it was her 31st birthday, and she's never been to Vegas.
Oh, wow.
And so I go, we can go to Jamaica or Cuba. We should go there and all this stuff. And she goes, I just want to go to Vegas. And she wanted to see like the Cirque du Soleil shows, and I was really hoping J-Lo was there because I saw J-Lo in Vegas in February, and it like changed my life. Like J-Lo makes me just think anything is possible in my life, and to look like that at 47, I hope I look like that at 37. She's just such a multifaceted, amazing, smart, powerful, sexy woman.
Yeah, she is.
Apparently I'm just a huge J-Lo fan. But it was just a great show, and she's a great performer.
Did you see her with your sister again?
No, but she wasn't there. So like J-Lo, Brittany.
She's busy with A-Rod.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Good for you, girl. I would be busy with A-Rod too. So, yeah, like it was like Brittany, Backstreet Boys, J-Lo, they're all not there this summer, so I'm gonna have to go back.
That's a bummer. Yeah, just have to go back again.
But being in LA, being in LA, it's a quick jump to Vegas. And yeah, we actually have a lot of friends that are in the Magic Mike show.
Oh, wow.
And so that's actually a really amazing show. They're great dancers, and there's a lot of like singing and acrobatics in it. It's not what you would think. It's actually a very cool show as well. So all the ladies have to go to that.
We have another comment from Nicolette Moinet. She says, thanks for taking me to Vegas, sis.
That's my sister. Shouldn't you be at work or something right now? What time is it? She had a lot of fun. And the thing that I love about her is she really appreciates everything I do for her. She doesn't have a lot of time off. So with her, I'm like, I'll take you anywhere.
Oh, is this the same sister with the foundation?
Yes, this is my sister with Dean Thomas Moinet Foundation. So
she
she's
deserves
watching. Yes.
Oh, that's funny. Back to, do you think you'll ever return to reality TV?
I don't know. We're on it all the time. So like last season, I wasn't officially a part of the cast, but then I was on every episode. So
you were in development.
Yeah, so it was funny just because we work all the time and the cameras are there. We just happen to be on all the time. And plus Natty is like obsessed with me. So of course Natty's just gonna want me on all the time because she's just like so obsessed with me.
That's so funny.
I love Natty. We have a big rivalry on TV, but we actually really love each other, and she's one of my favorite people to wrestle.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, so you have people that like you really like to wrestle,
and
people
for
you're like,
sure. Okay. Yeah, like just chemistry that you have with people, and Natty pushes me out of my comfort zone, and the matches I have with Natty are so different than like other typical matches because she her style of wrestling, she really pushes me to do better. So it's cool. I love wrestling.
We have another question.
Yeah, Nathan wants to know, did you have any, what would you explain to be your scariest match?
Oh, scariest match, actually, it's really funny. It just stands out in my head, and I don't know why we did this non-televised. I'm pretty sure in Spain, which was silly because I remember everyone on my team was like injured and couldn't do something. I was the only healthy person on the team. But we did a Tower of Doom, and so it's when there's 3 girls in a position where I'm going to superplex someone off the top rope, and then a girl goes underneath me, and so there's 3 of us stacked, and we all fell. So obviously I'm not going to rehearse that or take it before.
Yeah.
And so we set it up a couple times, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna do it in the match. And I remember being really nervous before, but the 2 girls I was with were just amazing workers, and I knew they were super safe and gonna take care of me. So I guess that was the scariest thing, but after I did it, it was fine, and I was totally fine with it. But I think it's always kind of scary to do something you've never done before live. Like I should have maybe practiced it before.
Yeah.
But I wanted to be like, I can do it. I can hang with the girls. And like hindsight, I was really scared.
Do you think there's video of you falling
Yeah,
somewhere out there on
there's
the
like
internet?
there's a picture, and it's like my cool picture where I can be like, yeah, that's me, because I'm in the middle, and it just looks super dangerous. I'll post it on Instagram soon.
Yeah, so I'm sure you have like moves that you prefer to other ones.
Yeah, for sure. Like we all have move sets and moves that we do. Being 5'10" and being leggy, a lot of my moves were with my legs, and I like my kicks and my spin kick and stuff like that. So yeah, being a bad guy, I have a lot of offense that I do. So it's interesting.
And when you do return, what are you most excited about? Like what's
honestly, I
really
just miss the fans. Like the thing that I miss the most. Like the fans online are super great. My friends always are like, do you get so sick of your comments being like, I miss you, when you're coming back? And I try to write people back every now and then. I'm like, I feel great, I'm healthy. That was our #1 priority. WWE is very very specific and very cautious when anyone's injured and making sure people come back. So, you know, I feel good now. It took me a while to get out of pain, but as long as I'm good now, that's great. And I just miss the fans. Like, we just have the greatest fans in the world, and they're just really, really amazing. And I was a wrestling fan first before this, and so I think I miss being a wrestling fan too.
You can still be a wrestling fan.
Yeah, because when you're in it and you're doing stuff, it's like you get wrapped up in the backstage and everything. And I remember one Mania I wasn't on, and I went to the box and I watched it, and I was just like a wrestling fan again. I was a kid and I loved it. I didn't want to know who won or anything. And I watched my friends like have their first matches at WrestleMania. And so for me, I guess maybe I'm too nice. Like I like to see the people I work with succeed. And I remember Mike the Miz, when we were on our press tour for Marine 4, he told me that I was too nice when I said that. And I was like, well, why can't I watch? He's like, if you ever watch WrestleMania and you don't wish that that was you down there, then you will fail. Like, this isn't for you. And I found it really interesting, and I see where he's coming from when he says that, but then also too, I just love wrestling and I love the product in general. So if those are my friends and they're having a, you know, they're able to have the WrestleMania moment, like, I'm proud of them for that. So maybe in a way I'm not. Like, maybe I am not cutthroat enough, or maybe I am too nice in that way, but I think it's a good quality to have.
One more question.
Ashley actually is asking when you're coming back, which we're still not sure, but she wants to know, are you going to come back with a new style?
Oh, yeah, I mean, I think like coming back, it's almost funny because I've always been a heel, a bad guy, but coming back, I could be a good guy because I've been gone for so long. People want to see me back, so it would be interesting. As far as like when I'm coming back, I don't know, like your guess is as good as mine. We just kind of got to wait and find out. But yeah, it's interesting. I think it's good to switch things up, and now I think maybe people would like me.
Sure,
because I've been
clearly
gone.
people like you.
So maybe people would like me, but
That'd be quite the plot twist.
but yeah, for sure. So you just kind of gotta hang around and see what happens next.
You know, something I've always wondered about, so you've been in a bunch of video games too.
Yeah.
When you play them, do you play as yourself?
Yeah, so we've always, like, when 2K Sports comes to the back, we'll play as ourselves, and I find it really weird.
I can imagine that's super weird.
And it's so cool. Like, I didn't necessarily play video games growing up, so it's not like crazy surreal because I'm a huge, video gaming fan, but I recently just did some stuff with Microsoft where I was on Twitch and I was playing video games, and I really did love the world. I loved being on Twitch and being able to interact with my fans in that way, because wrestling fans and video gaming fans are exactly the same demographic. Everything's the same. So I did enjoy that, but yeah, it's crazy seeing yourself as a video game.
Yeah, that must be so surreal.
For sure.
But you do play as yourself.
Yes, I'll play as myself, of course. I'm not a good player, though.
So as we wrap up, we like to ask some New York-based questions because we are the New York Daily News.
Yes.
So when you come to New York, what is your favorite thing to do here? Like, do you have like this one New York moment that you have to do every time?
Yeah, I mean, I love shopping in Soho. So like, I'll go to the little stores in Soho where you can just find like good, cheap stuff, and I love those little stores, which is really fun. I always have to have pizza, and it always just trips me out that it's $1 for a slice. Like,
and it's the best slice ever.
Yes,
right?
and I don't understand how it's still $1. Like, everything in LA is so expensive. So that's great. And then I love Joe and the Juice. Like, Joe and the Juice is so good, and their flatbread sandwiches with that like gluten-free bread, it's just so good. And then I have my trainer lives out here, and he's Eric, and he's a boxing coach, so I always have to get in with him and train with him. So I love New York. Even I was here for 24 hours recently. Not even, like maybe like 15, because I did Special Olympics in Connecticut, and I drove up, and I just want to eat. Like, there's so many good places here, and I just walk around and go shopping. I love New York.
Yeah, you can't go wrong.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thank you
This was so
for having
fun.
me, of course.
And we hope to see you back in the ring soon.
Hopefully. Thanks, guys.